And this is fabulous Las Vegas, the Desert Oasis and Playground. And this week, the host to WWE and WrestleMania, which kicks off tomorrow at the home of the NFL's Raiders, Allegiant Stadium, and home for the second straight year to the greatest spectacle in entertainment. Today, live on ESPN2. What a way to kick off WrestleMania weekend tonight on SmackDown. But let's chat about tomorrow. A certain greatest of all time, none other than John Cena, will be the master of ceremonies on Saturday. Remember, that gets underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host of WrestleMania,
Wow, I didn't expect that. Thank you so much. Sorry, long-time fan, long-time performer, first-time host. How am I doing so far? It's undeniable that this year's road to WrestleMania has been chaos. It has been unpredictable. And from every side, both in here, hell, even back there and out here, it has been very, very vocal. One could say it's, Michael Cole, is it polarizing?
Very.
Polarizing. Now I see why I got the hosting gig. This is the moment I love the most, especially on the road to WrestleMania. We're all in here for the same reason, because we know the time to talk is up. The time to deliver is now. And we are all here with one thing on our minds: who tonight will step up and deliver? It is such a great honor, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone watching around the world. Welcome to WrestleMania!
That is creating so much buzz. The palpable anticipation. You hear the crowd here in St. Louis reacting. Obafemi, Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania 42.
And as we saw earlier tonight,
Over 50,000 chanting his name for the first WrestleMania from this young man from Nigeria. However, things just got real. Brock Lesnar, who for the first time in his career may be seeing himself as an underdog in the heels in a match against a man the size of Obafemi.
Yeah, I'd say pump the brakes on that one, Michael Cole. I think Brock has set a trap from the rookie Obafemi. Got over a little confident. And
Bell rings, we are underway for one of the most anticipated matches in the history of WrestleMania. Lesnar, Femi. And a collar and elbow tie-up.
an absolute stalemate here.
You saw the tail of the tape pretty even between these two men.
Yeah, he's going to be in big trouble.
And Brock Lesnar overpowering Femi into the corner, delivering shoulders to the gut of Femi. And Femi stands up, shouts in his face, and knocks Lesnar to the mat. Lesnar with a look of shock in his eyes, and down goes the beast. And Brock Lesnar needs to regroup. Paul Heyman with Lesnar. He's got nothing to fear at this point.
That's not human. Oh my God! We speculated about those rolls, and that is exactly what Brock needed to do. Get away any way you can.
Oh, and into the post spine foot. And into the steps on the other side. And now Brock Lesnar's in his element.
And that was shoulder first into those steps. That's about as bad a way as you can hit it outside of the head, of course.
And Femi favoring his elbow as he drops to a knee. And Lesnar about to bring Femi to Suplex City to be in the ring with Brock Lesnar, yet another release German.
It just goes
In on his third German suplex of the match.
And now
looking for another German, but Obafemi firing back with the elbows. Remember, it was Lesnar. Who eliminated Femi back in the Royal Rumble match. Well, into the corner with a running uppercut.
Brock is wobbled here, Cole.
The big man with another running uppercut.
Put a big elbow on the temple and hasn't looked right since, but here we go.
Lesnar now with Femi up on his shoulders. Brock Lesnar looking to put him away. F5 to Femi. F5 to Obafemi. And look at this. Feet after the F5. And a choke slam by Femi.
Both athletes dropping their new.
Lesnar's up. No freaking way. Fall for Bryce. Femi scores the win. Here is your winner. With Femi up on his shoulders, Brock Lesnar looking to put him away. F5 to Femi. F5. And a choke slam by Femi. No freaking way. Fall for Bryce. Femi scores the win. Obafemi, ladies and gentlemen, is the next big thing. where you know exactly what you're going to get, like jaw-dropping moments. It's sure to happen with the Intercontinental Championship Fatal 5-Way as Penta defends against Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, JD McDonough, and Rusev. Think of that combination in a ladder match.
And Joe, how many tag matches?
Over the years, including back in 1996, inside the ring. Over the years, including back in 1997.
1 years old, it's almost unheard. 1 years old, it's almost unheard of.
Continental Champion making his way to the ring for this
Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat. Penta, the Intercontinental Champion, making his way to the ring for this ladder match. And believe it or not, in this one, Mania. And look at JD McDonough goes right after Javon Evans.
It's the nimble and talk about nimble.
In the ladder match before, Wade, 2018.
In the match and taking a leisurely stroll to the tire crew, but all bets have to be off here. It's about the goal. Bang! Business, or maybe not.
Well, that didn't work out well. Oh! Slides underneath the ladder. Into the ring. Dragon Lee now.
Finally about to throw down. Here we go.
And Ray now sending up with a 619. Dragon Lee ducked underneath. Razor HBK. Madison Square Garden
from JD McDonough here. One of the smartest shots.
Oh!
I don't like that at all.
And Rusev may be cruising to victory here. Oh! Now Javon Evans runs into a super kick. JD McDonough running interference.
Just fingertips away. Here we go. McDonough might have this.
And just shudder to think. Oh no. Oh no! Javon Evans, top rope to the lead. Oh my goodness! No, that's
Surprise.
This time the 619 connects. Penta now with a super kick.
Rey Mysterio.
Oh, and he took out Ray. Oh, and a suplex laid into the ladder by Penta.
Agility of anyone.
Dragon Lee with a drop kick
By Rusev.
Yeah, the Bulgarian brute planting.
It could be Javon Evans.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, I was in a ladder match and all I recall was severe pain.
Penta.
Tactics with Ray.
Rey Mysterio launched. Oh! By the spectacular Penta. JD McDonough running interference.
Well, that was that smart, analytical presence of McDonough we talked about before.
You got a head that size, you got to be smart. Oh, and Javon Evans with a shot right to the kidneys. And now Evans to McDonough going to climb the ladder, looking to win the gold.
Oh, just fingertips away. And here we go. McDonough might have this.
I just shudder to think. Oh no. Oh no! Is he alive?
Well, that was human skittle. Somehow McDonough landing on his feet, and that has ended up rather favourable for the Irishman.
How's McDonough still in this after he took a backdrop on his head on the ladder? And now McDonough quickly up the ladder. Javon Evans, top rope to the lead. Oh my goodness! A leaping clothesline by Evans.
Speed of thought, speed of movement. Keep your wits about you. There's always somebody lurking on the outside.
Oh no, that's
surprise.
A sandwich board to the ladder by Rey Mysterio. This time the 619 connects.
With some added steel for good measure. Guess how many I won?
None.
Absolutely zero.
What is his leg, Ray, right? It's difficult. He's trying to climb the ladder now, really on one leg.
You never
Look at Evans in the background. Evans in the background. Oh,
once again, and Javon Evans, whose body
Ladder to Evans. Man, Penta is incredible. Where does he come up with this? On top of the ladder. Penta trying to grab the title. Penta still on top of the world.
Here is your winner, and still the Intercontinental Champion, Penta!
just wreckage everywhere you look, both human and... And Rusev made... Evans in the background! Evans in the background! Where does he come up with this? On top of the ladder. Penta trying to grab the title. Penta still on... And it's steel. It's going to take a while to clean up this mess, but Penta does not care. Penta going home with a goal, won't feel a single wound right now. Just buzzing with adrenaline. And I'd say this Las Vegas audience loves everything they are seeing.
Again, Penta wins the Intercontinental title, but also tonight on ESPN, the shocker of all shockers. I had absolutely no idea what to think here.
Currently penciled in because Trick Williams will be competing against Sami Zayn for the United States Championship at WrestleMania. Here's the caveat: Sami Zayn has to win the next match here on SmackDown to go there, and he's defending right now against Carmelo Hayes. Win and you are in.
Great way. Chase at Wrestle.
Sami Zayn!
So let's cut to the chase at WrestleMania, but I'll tell you right now, Sami Zayn should not care about that. Oh my God, that's part of his jacket.
That is a train, I believe you're calling.
All right, thanks. De La Renta.
See it. It ain't no pretending that this is real life.
You're thinking about someone like Trick Williams. My guy!
I guess he's my guy too. All right, Michael Cole, stop posting.
He doesn't know you. And Sami now takes down Trick Williams.
Where he won gold. To me, though,
NXT North American champion as well as Sami. Gets back into the ring with a wicked clothesline. And now another one.
Tina, that's Trick slap.
Breaker at the Universe Breaker. Sami went South Carolina. A con athlete walked onto the team, cover off the bookend, and a kick out at 2. Oh, remember, Trick Williams being on the grand stage of WrestleMania, a new thing for him. Sami Zayn has had very successful WrestleManias over the years.
You have so much adrenaline and excitement coming into your first WrestleMania. Has that?
Oh no!
God, brain buster.
Right on the apron, a brain buster to Williams.
And this is how he beat Carmelo Hayes.
Sami Zayn with Williams coming up in the corner. Zayn looking for an Aluva kick to put Trick Williams away. And looking for an Aluva kick to put Trick Williams away. And Lil Yachty from behind. Top rope. Bang! Cover! Almost had him. Sami trying to drag himself to his feet. Sami trying to drag Zayn from behind. Rolls up Williams. Shoulders down. Kick out at 2 by Trick.
Such incredible speed of thought from Sami Zayn.
And exploder into the corner. And now Sami's got Williams exactly as his man. Across the ring. Trick shot! Trick shot! From out of nowhere! Trick Williams wins the United States title!
Here is your winner, and new United States Champion, Trick Williams!
The emotion Oh no!
Brainbuster.
Right on the apron. A bang! Caught! Trick shot! Come out of nowhere! Trick Williams wins the United States! Williams! Brothers, now heated rivals, will meet up at WrestleMania in Vegas. Finn Balor against Dirty Dom Mysterio.
And the women's... Anything?
The significant greatest luchador of all time in his mind.
GM Adam Pearce has pulled the rug out of the nemesis,
WrestleMania last year within the title. And this is the first time these two have gone one-on-one. And now Las Vegas. Nice takedown by the Demon, who now unloads.
where he can unleash his darkest instincts. Highest career moment, winning the World Championship back in 20.
Come out into this fight as the Demon wipes out Mysterio. I should say Demon now with a kendo stick.
Finn Balor over the past several months.
And now Dirty Dom out of the way. He takes the Demon down. And now Dom unloading with a kendo stick to the Demon. And he's got the Demon here with rather great help this weekend.
Why is so much career success involved around the numbers game of the day?
And now the Demon with a swing blade. And Dominic caught him with a super kick.
619.
Resilient, there's no doubt about that.
And he's the master of the 619.
From the other side, connecting to the Demon. And now, gonna go up top. What a win this would be for Dominic Mysterio. Frog splash, cover. Isn't enough to put the Demon away? A kick out at one. And again into the corner goes Dom.
Teeing off at will and
There, or it could be the end for Dirty Dom. Went for the coup de grace, and Dominic Mysterio with a steel chair. Oh, Dom, hook of the leg. Demon this time at 2 in their fall from Mysterio.
but all the
Super kick stops the Demon in his tracks. Now into the table, which collapses on the Demon. 619 now. Connecting, and the Demon stunned.
with it. And now it surely is game over.
Frog splash, cover. Demon again at 2.
That's why it's disgraceful. They distracted him, and now the Demon.
Mysterio about to get worn out. Trapped in the steel chair. Oh my goodness.
Dom's defenseless.
Could have lost. The Demon wins.
Here is your winner, the Demon, Finn Balor!
Well, an incredibly grisly affair.
From the other side, connecting to the Demon.
Game over.
Frog splash. Cover. Demon again. Could have lost. The Demon wins.
A ferocious beatdown of both men. But this man, the Demon, may be superhuman after what he absorbed to bounce back and score victory.
Earlier tonight that affects what we will see in the Women's Championship match. Rhea Ripley now with the support of Io Sky coming to help out, balance things out against Jade Cargill. That comes your way for the WWE Women's Championship.
And gentlemen, we can't control you. Supreme athlete, a supreme champion. Cargill had a very different than Rhea Ripley, but here she is. Jade Cargill has presence, power, and aura. May not have it her own way for once.
It says, get out of my face. Not that. And now, Jade with a shoulder. Now up goes Cargill, and down she goes face first. Power slam. Wow. The champ kick out.
But it's easy. But the truth is,
Ripley, Cargill down. She landed awkwardly. Covered by Ripley. Hook of the leg and a kick out. Jade landed right on her face.
that Rhea Ripley is capable of. That's that veteran presence now. Kicked.
Electric chair position into the sandstorm. The sandstorm by Cargill and a kick out. Up and down goes Ripley. Here's the cover. Is it enough? In a bit of trouble. Look at the smile on Cargill.
Oh, wow.
Nice takedown, and look at this. Once again down.
Oh,
Jade. Stop. Electric chair position. Sandstorm by Cargill and a kick out.
And you have to be at your absolute best and maybe...
Underneath. What a counter. What a counter. Riptide. Rhea wins the WWE title.
Here is your winner and new WWE Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley.
Once again. Into the sandstorm. The sandstorm by Cargill and a kick out. What a counter. Riptide. Rhea wins the WWE. Bestie Io Sky tonight. Oh wait, those folks over on SmackDown are going to learn on.
Big-time superstars with even bigger egos. The World Heavyweight Championship on the line as CM Punk defends against Roman Reigns in one of your main events at WrestleMania.
Among the other matches,
not having the opportunity to see this main event tonight. And then there's three men to the
Life, what if right now? This is like,
You're not on my level. You'll never be on my level. And I'm going to prove that to you tonight. They've talked about their legacy. And now it comes down to this.
in the best shape of their career, abs popping.
Great Ray, let's talk strategy. If you're Roman Reigns,
That has to be the go-to.
if you're CM Punk,
History in this game, your deep range of attacks can't
Akira, and then one of the greatest title reigns, Roman Reigns. Roman now, Samoan drop the Punk.
pace in this ring, not you, Punk. So motivated that
To Reigns. That just ticked Reigns off, who delivers that can help him in this match.
I promise you.
And now Roman sending Punk over the top rope to the floor. Never a hurry for Reigns.
After main event here,
Was going to get bounced off the table, was able to block, and now it's Roman Reigns. Punk into the barricade. Move by Reigns, back into the ring to break the count.
well, suckering in Roman Reigns there, playing a little possum. Now back on the attack is the champion.
You got to believe the official.
To see this one cheaply.
Punk now off the barricade to take out Roman. Speaking of the Shield, Punk is up high. CM Punk onto the Spanish announce table and throw it.
Oh my God.
Throw it.
Oh my God.
And now Roman, wait for the spear. Punk with a GTS out of nowhere. Cover by Punk. Is he going to do it? Roman Reigns kicked out.
Punk unfathomably maybe about to secure ship.
Looking for another G. Go to sleep, and Roman Reigns now with momentum. Spell! Cover! Punk stays alive! What do you have left? Who's got more heart? Who's got more guts?
Las Vegas knows all about 12th round magic. Who's going to bring it now?
It's like old school Hagler Hearns here tonight. Punk with a low blow! He distracted the official. He delivered a low blow. And Punk with a go to sleep. Punk gonna steal the championship protection and a kick out. Punk with an elbow through Reigns, through the table. Reigns again with momentum. Another spear to Punk. Cover by Roman. Crown a new champ. Got him.
Here is your winner and new World Heavyweight Champion, the OTC, Roman Reigns.
CM Punk onto the Spanish announce table. And Punk with an elbow through Reigns. And with momentum, another spear to Punk. Cover